them out of the box. Here, pass those around. Take a couple beet seeds out, real quick. Okay, those come from City Farmer Nursery. That's where you get your organic seeds. So if Monsanto's got a few seeds, I don't care. I'm more concerned about the seeds that Bill Tall has. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is a movement. Barack said, show me the movement. Make me do it. Do you understand what he was saying to Michelle Obama, who came to the New Roots Garden? He was saying, I got my hands tied. I can't do it with you guys. I need you. I need you to go garden and create a big movement. If you create a movement, you could have as much money as you want. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying, and that's why Michelle Obama came. That may be a new way to think, but a lot of us lost hope. How many people lost hope when, from Obama, when he came in and he said he was going to do all these things, change? Anybody here lost hope? I know I did.
In Obama.
You know? What?
I said maybe in Obama, but not in general.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, anyway, I can tell you, this is a guy, he had an invitation. This is the keynote speaker. This was the keynote speaker at San Diego State. Let's hear it for Kenzie McDonald of the E3s. And this is the Helio, the great one of the IRC, and that's M. M created the program. Can we have a round of applause for M, please? Okay, M did that. M did it. She has been working night and day, and guess what? She's passing it on to all of you next year. She wants everybody in this room to help us put on next year's conference, because it's going to be exciting. It is going to be so exciting, but this is the moment. Here's the last of my story. This man was the keynote speaker at San Diego State. Barack Obama called him up on Earth Day. He said, hey, can you please come to my Earth Day, Jerome? And you know what he said? He said, no, I'm sorry, I have to be at San Diego State. And you know what he did? He said San Diego State is going to be the #1 university, flagship university. And do you know what's going to happen? His oxen are going to be, within a couple years, this is going to be an urban homestead. How many people will go for that? I want to see a picture of Milwaukee tearing up the lawns at San Diego State. And you know what this guy said? He said, they're creating a LEED platinum building here. And he said, don't stop there. I want to empower the whole community. And when he spoke at his dedication the other night, he talked about this conference. He said, this is the most exciting conference he can imagine because food and environment are one, and you are the key. That's my pitch. Who's next? Unless you go from your enchanted gardener. Okay.
What I'm going to do, I think, I just have some pictures that I'll kind of narrate. I do a lot of gardening in my backyard. I was born and raised in a farm in Kenya, so it's just too much for a 5 or 15 minute session. So I'll kind of go through this real quick and talk as I go. As Leslie said, I live on 52nd Street. This is our front yard right here. And just go ahead. Most of the photos are arranged in a fashion that you see like a before and after. This is how, if you move back, this is how the house looked when we moved in. And then, let's go ahead. Then this looks like that a few months ago. And we did a lot of this in under 12 months actually. If you move back a little bit on that, that's how that section looked. That's the front. And if you move to the next, we find that also about 2 months ago. At the front we're planting a lot of herbs, and I'd say it's 60% edibles at the front. We're slowly converting it. That's also the same area, a different time of the year. So, I mean, we're just combining what we can eat and what looks good, like flowers, and what's easy to manage, and what takes the least water too. So, it's all a balance. That's the exact front. See the front area. This is the first. This is how it looked. If you move on ahead, it changed to that. Because I was watering, I added mulch. I started introducing a few fruit trees, and then now it looks like that at the moment. All the trees at the front are fruiting trees. We're doing things like sunflower, you can easily just snack on it right there. And then this is the back, how it looked when we first moved. We hadn't even lived there, but it looked like there was a garden there, but now it's overgrown. There's beehives on the roof. A lot of these veggies we have eaten, and we noticed they're going to seed. So we left them go to seed so we get more seed to share with others or for the next season. And then the side of the house kind of looked like that. And then we put some veggie greens on the side. We just kind of used how the house was already set up. And then that's also a backyard picture. And then this is work in progress. Like, if you go back a little bit, there's that part. It was just bare ground. They were not watering it or whatever. And we decided to use the other side for growing on the ground. And if you move up, then this side we worked on a raised bed. That took a lot of work, but it's paying off right now. So that's work in progress. All that soil was dropped on the front yard, so we moved it back with wheelbarrows. And then, go ahead. That's how it looks right now. So it came from a bare lot that was drying grass into a surplus. We can't eat all that. So, and like we're doing edible flowers on the side there. So it's nice just to even hang around there. Like, go ahead. Still the same shot at different angle. And okay, that's also a work in progress thing. It starts. You go to sweat for this kind of thing. Go ahead, and then still work in progress. Okay, that's another time of the season before the raised bed had anything, but the ground side we were eating from. And that's also work in progress on the side of the house. And somewhere mid-season it looked like that. And go ahead. And then at the end, we didn't get very good corn on there, but it was kind of nice having corn like so tall on the side of the house. There's a lot of shade on that side. So it was a lesson learned that we needed to do maybe a different crop. But the potatoes on the side did really great. And then this is a different season, the same side, but now we're growing fava beans, which have really done great. We're eating them right now. This is on the other side, the east side of the house. We also had raised bed project going on there. And if you move on, this is how it looks right now after we planted crops, and we're also already eating away from that. And then we were able to get all that in the table. We get eggs, tomatoes. That's a full meal right there without leaving the house. Go ahead. And still the same kind of stuff. This is we were growing squashes. We got squashes that we've been eating for the last 6 months, and we still have them. Yeah. We have 3 bucket chicken, so we get an average of 2.5 eggs every day, which is too much for like our household. And we sell the surplus, and that surplus is enough to buy any kind of scratch or feed that they need. But otherwise, we mainly graze them outside or feed them from scraps or from the vegetables that we wouldn't otherwise eat. So those are some of our big squashes that we got from them. If you look at the background, there's that growth on the hedge. That's the squash plant going over the fence. We get lettuce. We got lettuce when in the colder months, and that's the neighbor's yard on the other side. You notice the other side still has they have a bigger garden space than we do, but it's just grass. Okay, go ahead. That's a good comparison there. The other thing, we transformed the side beds that were used for flowers for edible. So we grew tomatoes on the side, and it worked well with tomatoes on the side in the colder. We had a longer season because the wall gets hot during the day, and it's able to warm the tomatoes for a little longer.